So here we are at Accountex, it's day one, and with the legend that is Des O'Neill, we're here at the CPD-Store stand. It's before everyone comes in, Des. How excited are you?
I'm extremely excited. I was in here at 8 o'clock this morning, and I was walking around just soaking it all in before the crowds descend. But no, extremely excited. I suppose if there's one event that you're going to attend in 2022, it's got to be Accountex.
Yes.
For accountants, for vendors, for everybody. So yeah, it's great to be here. We were COVID locked for the last couple of years.
Well,
so it's great to be back.
You've been locked away and seconded over in Ireland, haven't you? Never to see the light of day. But now you are out and back in the game. That must feel good.
Yeah, no, it feels great. We're delighted to be here. I suppose. CPDStore launched into the UK during lockdown. We've got our team here now. We're gaining momentum. We're gaining members every week. We're gaining members to our platform. We're getting more and more speakers coming to us wanting to be on the platform. So yeah, it's good to be back out and in public. Lockdown was nice, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
I am a true accountant. I am a true introvert. I was happy to be locked down, but I'm also happy to be back out.
And one of the great things about CPDStore, it is online, so it lends itself well to a COVID world. But how important is it that you're in person today?
I think it's critical to be in person to cultivate the deeper relationships.
You're a relationship guy, aren't you?
So the deeper relationships.
Yeah.
So for me, it's about actually hands-on getting to talk to accountants who use CPD, to hear what they have to say, to listen to the conversations that they are having. But it's also critical to be in person, to listen to the conversations that other people are having, and to be able to tap into the entire vendor network. Because, you know, somebody's here with Cloud2Me, managed IT hosting, or somebody's here with Free Agent. And the problems that accountants are having, the problems that these guys are solving, it's important for us to understand those problems so we can integrate them into our solution, even though we're totally different types of providers.
Yeah, you can't be a bubble, can you? And because we're live, you're seeing people walk across the screen here as it gets busier and busier. This is a lovely stand, and it's not a huge space, but you've set your stall out. It's a big investment, Des. How do you go about tracking any kind of return on something like this? Because you're pulling everyone out of the business for a couple of days, you come over a day early, there's a lot involved.
I suppose the return on investment for us, we're only emerging into the UK market. The return on investment for us is we're not here to sign people up today.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, we're here. We want to meet people. We want to get scans. We want to get contacts with people. We are going to do a launch. We're going to do a launch after this. We're going to give us a special Accountex launch where we're going to do a £1 trial offer. But for us, the return on investment, it is as much about launching the brand, being here, meeting the vendors, meeting the people, and just letting the people that attend Accountex that we're here.
Yeah, you're here. You're in the game. You're ready to talk.
We're in the game. Yeah. We're in the game. We're here to play.
And we're in challenging times, Des. There's no doubt about that. You've been in the game a long time. What are the key skills and attributes you feel accountant practitioners are going to need over the next few years to be competitive and successful?
I'm giving the first talk of the day over here in the people
people and culture.
Yeah, people and culture.
Okay.
And it's the talk is entitled Accountancy Quake, and it's about the new challenges that accountants are going to face.
Based on anything in particular?
Based on this book, Workquake, which is actually one of my props.
Well, that hit you though, didn't it? I know that resonated with you, that book.
Really resonated with me, but what are the skills? The one message that I'm going to give in that 30-minute session, and I'm going to give it away now in this, accountants need to have a more open mindset.
Right.
They need to have a more open mindset. How things worked in the past and how they always worked, it's not always like that, and we need to shift and change. I find it very frustrating, Rob, when I'm talking to Accountex and they think that, well, you know, COVID is over.
Yeah.
Let's go back to normal.
Back to usual, yeah.
It's not going back to normal.
Yeah.
And people are not going back to normal. For example, I was speaking to a vendor here this morning, Greg from Clockworks, who provides outsourced contractors, right? Flexible working models. People want flexibility. During COVID, people did the likes of CPD online, but people want choice now. It's more important, rather than spending the hour or 2 hours in the commute, they want to be able to work when they can work and not work and get reward. They want to have a career and still have a life. And you see, if we as the profession don't embrace that and at least become aware of, well, where is my mindset in relation to my team? Where is my mindset in relation to my resourcing? Where is my mindset in relation to business? And what's my strategy and business model? I think we all have to revisit our business models and acknowledge where we are, be cognizant of the change around us, and plan a slightly different map for the future.
Accountants are good with small incremental change, we know that, but when you talk about earthquake type change, seismic change, exponential change, that's scary for them, isn't it? So it's got to be baby steps.
I'm an accountant, okay? I trained as an accountant, I qualified as an accountant.
You admit it here.
I admit it here.
Yeah, he's confessing right now.
I am an accountant, and I've worked with accountants on all levels of the spectrum, right? So I've worked with the people that are very, very traditional, very closed, to the people that are very, very entrepreneurial. Change is hard, okay?
Yeah.
But we have to acknowledge that if we don't make change, there's a danger of being left behind.
Yeah.
We're all in the same storm, but we're not in the same boat.
Okay.
And accountants have to consciously choose, okay, so maybe I'm not prepared to make this big seismic change, but if I don't change at all, what's going to happen? If I make this little change, what's going to happen? If I make this bigger change? And it comes down to one thing, Rob. It comes down to one thing. It comes down to accountants asking themselves, what's the one thing, just one thing, I can do? So in other words, it's possible for them to do it, such that by doing it to completion, in other words, they actually have to do it and complete and follow through, will make everything else easier or irrelevant. And so this isn't, I know the likes of a title like this, Workquake, and Accountancy Quake might talk, that's an element of scaremongering. But we have to accept, whether we're good at change or not, the accountancy profession has to be prepared to change. The world is never going to be the same again.
Yeah. And finally, Des, to finish off, you're helping with this change because CPDStore, continued professional development, education for accountants. If they're going to change, they need upskilling, they need new knowledge, they need new mindsets, new attitudes, don't they? And you're helping with that crusade.
Yeah, well, we started off with the bread and butter CPD that everybody needs to do.
The technical type.
It's the tax. Yeah. It's the likes of Edward Rands and Simon Britton and Rebecca Pennyworth and Lindsay, all that stuff. Yeah. But what we're now rolling into our model is we're also beginning to roll in practical skills like technology. We're rolling in practice management skills, personal development skills. So we're rolling all that stuff in because for me, continuing professional development is not just about tick box CPD. Continuing professional development for firm owners and their teams is part of this journey where career is not everything, but success is so important. And success takes all different shapes and forms.
But it's predictable, isn't it, Des? You can map the steps to get further than you are.
But the core part of success is being exposed to knowledge that is beyond what we have internally, embracing that knowledge, applying that knowledge to create something different, to create something better, to realize our potential.
Yeah, well, Des, it's been great talking to you today. I wonder how you're going to be at the end of 2 days of this because the crowds are going to be descending. We just heard a roar in the background there, maybe one of the big stands with about 50 people on it. And you've got a team here, they're ready to go. There's Zoe Lacey Cooper in the background, Kevin Keating, I see.